Good afternoon, everybody. We are here for another lovely race in this Azure Dreams Rock Me to the Top 2 tournament. I'm Lady Demi. And with me today, in presumably just a minute, is... This is your cue. I was setting you up for an intro.
Oh, sorry. Hi, this is Sustaina. I will be co-commentating with Deem today. Also an Azure Dreams runner.
Right. I got knocked out of the tournament just a couple of days ago.
And I lost round 1, and I'll be doing round 2 this Wednesday for the losers
luck.
bracket. Thank you.
Right. This is a double elimination tournament.
Yeah, hopefully Kuhn doesn't decide to Shawnee D on the 4th floor for a 3rd time in a row, but we will see.
Oh, I know that feeling so very well. Anyway, in just a second, our racers will be off, and we will be describing...
Oh, no! Wugga, no! Wugga, go back!
No, I think, maybe.
Wait, are we good?
Go. Yeah, we're good. We're fine.
Okay. Okay, I thought they took off before we were ready.
No. One of our lovely helpers at Speed Gaming did the countdown.
Okay.
Anyway, what we will be seeing today is a seated tower. Meaning that both players will have the same 40 randomly generated floors and no tutorial, which will make us be able to get on to the interesting and unexpected faster.
That's right, all the held items that you would find normally on the first floor will be lined right up into an invisible elevator. That'll mean we can skip the intro, which takes like 5 minutes on its own. And every floor will start the exact same way for each player. Monster start locations, I believe, will be the same. Item spawns are always the same. However, it's on from there what each decision leads to.
Right. Whether or not they get all items is different from whether or not all the items are in the same place. Oh no, these poor fools.
Did they just start on a one-room floor?
Oh no. One-room floor. This is going to go badly.
So who made the seeds again? Do we have to point at Sand Knight once again for making cursed rooms?
Didn't you make the seeds?
Oh no, you're right. Oh.
This is your fault.
I take no responsibility for whatever hells they're about to endure.
Right. And of course, they both find a flame right away, and that is what you don't want to find before you...
Oh, no.
Hopefully, they'll be able to survive to the elevator. Wugga's got that key survivability. And you have just getting that second level. And he's doing it.
What a magical day that we are starting here.
Yes. So, the thing about one-room floors that makes them hard is that monsters can see you within a row.
Mm-hmm. If they are off-screen, they will zoom in on you and run right towards you with every bit of malice they contain.
They contain a lot of malice. Yes. And there's no way to lose them. The only thing you can do is try and maybe distract them or outrun them or maybe outfight them.
All you can do is run.
All you can do is run and hope you make it. Because enemies do respawn in Azure Dream.
Indeed they do.
As they fight off individual enemies somewhere off screen, an enemy is re-emerging. And it knows exactly where they are and it's gunning for them.
Deem, I think we could at least be grateful that the first floor was a one-room floor and not something higher up where everything is a threat. At this point, you can kind of farm for XP and pick up your items. If you're on like floor 20 or 30, you have to pick a direction and pray.
Well, less so much pick a direction, because you yourself can use the one-room floor to see where the elevator is. You just have to hope to be able to run before your life is over. Now, both sides found and picked up the mirror shield, and it looks like they both picked up that blue sand. And the mirror shield is one of the better weapons in the game.
This might be a race for tuition.
Yeah. It looks like Loonycloud is getting off of this nightmare floor.
White sand, that's going to be good later.
Right. White sand increases the number of charges in balls. They know their fireball has less than 5 charges now because they used one each on a flame, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh, that spawn. Right on top of an elevator on the 3rd floor.
Oh yeah, well, that would be great if they were going for first and 10. And the Azure Dream speedrunning community has a number of different categories based simply on what floors you reach, because we're not expecting people to reach floor 40 all the time. We don't say, you didn't make floor 40, the game doesn't want you to make floor 40, ergo everything you just did, this level 39 run you just did, is completely worthless. No, you take that level 39 run, you submit it to first and 10, you submit it to first and 20, you submit it to first at 30.
See, we could set the race to like the first 20 floors, but it's also fun to watch our runners struggle.
Right. The aim of this race is who can get the highest the fastest.
And in which case, if 2 people die on the same floor, I believe it's the first person to get to that floor?
Yep. Hence the fastest. We still want this to be a race and not just an endurance match. Though most of the time it does come down to endurance. We usually don't see runners die on the same floor, though there have been times. Because sometimes the tower just hates you, and here... Contextually, if the tower hates runner, there's a good chance it'll hate both of them, but we can't be sure. And this completely random chance of survivability is also why this is a best 2 out of 3 match. So that way, say, if they both died on that floor, or 2 they had, it wouldn't be over.
Looks like Wugga's joined up on the 4th floor.
Right.
This is where monsters start to get bulkier. You've got balloons that are flame attributes, so you do neutral damage to it.
I always thought balloons would win. You learn something new every day.
Nope, they have a fiery temper.
I guess they're full of hot air.
Aha!
Right, but I would say floor 5 or so is probably the last floor the runners will be running in full for a while. Not forever, but for a while. Because while fire-type balloons are pretty hard hitters at this stage, because your defense does not keep up.
No,
not at all.
Your defense does not scale nearly as well as your attack can.
Right. And your attack mainly scales because as these guys are using Kyun, who is gaining levels, and so his magic is gaining power. Or naturally you can use like any other monster, but basically swords don't really scale up by themselves.
No, they don't. It's a lot reliant on your personal stat as well as if you're using any enchantments on it, such as Kyun's breath.
Right. Wugga using those star glasses on floor 5 because we're seeing those Manoivas, who are number 1, water elemental, and number 2, sharks.
Yep, they can split up into multiple copies of themselves. Weaker copies, however, they will make the run actually a lot slower because you have to take the time for each movement.
Right. Loony, I think, was considering the troll club on that side, maybe thinking that they could use it to disarm or at least neuter a bow troll later, but ultimately, inventory space is a premium.
Especially so with casual runs, because you can only bring a maximum of 5 items, including your monsters and equipment, into the tower.
Right.
There's a lot of pick and choosing.
That there is. There is, and if you're doing this casually or bookless, you're going to prioritize what will sell you the most for the most in town. But here, it's what will help you survive the longest. Yes, and Loony looks like having a bit of trouble. I did see a familiar bell on that side, and that could be really handy because warp traps are one of the worst things. They're just the game going, no, you get to suffer.
Warp traps could be a blessing, a curse, or why did you move me 2 feet away?
Now, 2 feet away is what I would call a blessing. Mostly they're just curses.
Oh no! Wugga's
Wugga.
Wugga's gotta do a stance with those U-boats.
Right, so, U-boats. Oh, it's the bane of levels, let's see, 6?
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh, Kuhn!
Oh boy, that's bad. Luckily,
he is not sticking around for that. He is
no. Why would you?
Yeah, U-boats are capable of hitting you for low 10s, which is gonna add up to like a quarter of your health a hit.
Right, and they're water elemental, so...
Oh, what's this?
That's a very good question.
Well, we are in the bracket where those eggs can become very useful if that's a clown egg.
That would be nice. These U-boats are pretty solid monsters too, with the ability to scout out the floor, and also they hit like trucks.
Very beefy.
Very beefy fellows.
U-boats get pure utility, while if you get a clown, that's pure devastation. Menuevas can also make an adequate meat shield.
Yeah. Anyway, so the thing about U-boat dancing, as we were seeing on Wugga's side, is that U-boats don't want to occupy the same space as you. Though I think they can occupy the same space as
They can, but they try their best not to.
Right. And also, they want to get the first attack on you at all times. So you can just walk into their space, and they will walk back while remaining underground. And in which case, you can, if you're in a desperate fix, string that into something more practical. Wugga used the malicious scroll to confuse that Manueva, make him a little bit easier to take out, but as long as you're next to him, he still has a chance of hitting you even more.
Ooh, it looks like his game's starting to lag a little bit from all those Menueva clones. Oh, and another one rocks right into it!
Eh?
And another!
Third.
Oh, this herd mentality.
Finally clearing all of those guys out. And finding an acid...
Oh! Does he have that? Oh, he is using those whites right onto that acid rain ball. Acid rain is almost guaranteed to one-shot anything that isn't wind attribute. Or was it water? I believe it's water.
Could be water.
One of them's resistant to it. I can't remember if it's wind or water.
I
think it might be wind.
Pure devastation to an entire room. Though, please note that it can make the game go completely nutso if you try and use it on too many monsters.
If you use it in a monster house or a very poorly positioned one-room floor, you're probably going to get kicked out of the race, not by death, but by the game just telling you no.
It soft locks. But 3 charges on that is going to be worth a whole lot of experience points and a whole lot of life saving. If you're outside of a room, it'll tack in at roughly a monster's visibility range.
I believe is it 4 squares or 3 squares away from you in a hallway or outside?
3, and oh, a diamond shield on Wugga's side.
What is with this equipment? We're not getting great weapons, but we've gotten a mirror shield, which is a +5, plus also has a chance to reflect magic in ranged attacks.
And a Shomaru seed. That'll even higher. That's 9 death walking around. This has been a generous floor. Yeah, mirror is.
I hope this game is just going to continue being fair, unless it's just going to be like, okay, we gave you all this equipment, put it to its best use as we brutally murder you on like floor 20.
That could be possible. Though floor 20 is not something to sneeze at. Sad, because the game will start really trying to murder you at floor 6 and just keeps going.
Azure Dreams is a very fickle and unforgiving game. 1 minute it'll look like you're king of the world, next floor you'll spawn into a monster trap with no escape and you're done.
Yep.
Knock on wood, by the way.
I mean, it might be nice to see a little chaos. Maybe just a small chaos.
Might.
A little chaos as a treat.
I mean, there's always the picket floors. We'll see what happens.
True. Meanwhile, Wugga running into problems, getting put to sleep. Luckily, nothing else is on his tail, so he does have the ability to hopefully wake up before something bad happens.
Dreamin' on their own are very weak creatures, maybe buff in defense, but they can take a few hits, but they will only hit you for 1 or 2. Sleep, on the other hand, if it hits you, you can be in a lot of trouble if something is within a few blocks, because they will come right at you and annihilate you.
Right. Loonycloud got hit by that frog trap. I don't think we saw that on Wugga's side, and if we did, Wugga disarmed it.
It might have been in that room that Wugga disarmed.
Yeah, I think that's the case. It's the case. Loony's taking it a bit slower, but I think is still going pretty well, and that pace might pay off on later floors.
Oh, he found the acid rain ball.
Nice. He's going to have to figure out what to take out of the bag for that treasure.
Did Loony did Loony already use all of his white sands?
That's a good question.
Or did he even pick them up? I do not remember what at all.
We will see. Oh, nice. Nice. Wugga picked up another white sand, buffing up that acid rain ball until it is a monster. And an exit loop on his side. That's going to be handy.
Looks like he's going to stall to get some HP back.
Yeah. About time to be hitting the old dusty trail. When the trolls come, it's time to go. The 12th floor might probably... Oh, that's a bad spawn. 2 griffins and a dreamin'.
Griffins are very dangerous.
And now the problem is solved.
Bye.
Acid rain. Is there any problem you can't solve except, I guess, acid rain damage?
Griffins are very strong, so it's very good that the one time he did run into them, he was prepared. Because Griffins, if they were to attack you with their magic, it will hit you for mid-30s, mid-40s.
Right, that's one of those situations where you maybe want that mirror shield. Wugga finding a red sand. Loonycloud does still have a white sand. I wonder if he's forgotten it.
Wonder if he's... Yeah, he probably has. Does he still have one?
Yes, I saw it just a minute ago.
Is he keeping it just in case, or is he just not using it? I don't know.
That's a good question, and we will find out if he ever acknowledges it exists again.
He will when he runs into bag space and tries to dump something.
Yeah, that sort of just happened, and he didn't notice it.
Huh.
He didn't do anything about it, so it is hard to say what his intentions for it are.
It's always nice to spawn next to a bloom and have it asleep, because blooms are also a pain.
Right, they're just, as you get to, this floor 9, less of a pain.
Speaking of pains, I think I see a Kraken over yonder on Wugga's side, which are one of the most annoying to deal with monsters in this entire game. They do recoil damage that are, I believe, percentage based on the damage you deal.
Right, now they deal that mainly on... The player UIs are different because the UI positioning is adjustable in Azure Dreams, and Wugga adjusts it, and that makes it very hard for me to remember what floor he's on.
Oh, understandable. We're also starting to see Newells.
Newells are less of a pain than Krakens, if you're rating these on the pain scale.
You can out-damage, even with fire-based attacks, out-damage their self-healing, but they will self-heal for about 24 HP if you give them the chance.
Right, and that's unpleasant.
But they're also water-attuned, which means they can give a decent kick to Kuhn, as we are currently seeing.
Right, Wugga's going to use that fire, just going to nope out of this problem.
I don't blame him. Newell may look cute and cuddly, but during a run, or when they evolve, they are also very frightening.
Right.
Much like a crazed llama.
Frightening. And now we see him looking through his stuff.
Oh, he sees it!
Notice it!
Oh, he's using it on the fireball.
Fire! That's interesting.
Yeah,
it's a little mysterious.
Oh, what a room. We've got a
what a
Talmar
run.
troll. We've got a Garuda, and we also have a set of Newell in the back over there.
Yep. The elevator's right there. The question is, what does Wugga have to spend to get to it?
Oh, he's gonna use the fire crystal to bring out a salamander to distract them.
Let's hope that this gives them a run for their money.
It's at least gonna hit them to the... Oh! Oh, a pincer attack. Well, I think that salamander is gonna get rid of the threats on the one side of the room, at least.
Right, and then he can just run back to the elevator.
He is gonna have to deal some damage to the troll himself, though. Oh, he's opting to use a fireball.
Yeah. Now that looks to be the case.
Oh, what a perfect time for that salamander to leave. Gonna pick up the limit fruit
Yep.
so we get increased critical strike.
Yeah, it's one of those things that probably isn't going to help you terribly much, but better to have it than not have it.
Oh, war trap right into an elevator!
Vader.
Oh, the
Well,
best kind!
The best kind, great luck, because when your monster gets separated...
Oh, Loony!
That...
Loony, your health! What's wrong?
Oh no, Loony is having a bad time.
Oh, and volcanoes don't mess around. They pack a punch and they have decent health. He is trying to get
Yep.
those 1 AI moves on Kyun.
Right. Alright, AI1 will allow...
Oh, we might see a rip. I hope not. He was able to withstand it.
Oh, that was some good strategy, but oh, that troll might be trouble.
That troll could have
Trolls.
sniped him off
That's
screen.
fun.
Oh no! Oh no! It skipped Q and it went straight for him!
Oh dear. This could
Oh
be...
no! Oh, and if he moves that...
Oh, a
Oh,
pincer.
he might have to have that Q and move to be a meat shield. No! Oh no! We've got a death!
Loonycloud
Oh, Loony's
down,
out on
and
the 10th
Wugga
floor, and
takes
Wugga's on
round
16.
one.
Wugga takes round... Can I just say that this bracket is my favorite music in this game for towers? I love the music.
Oh,
from
it's
the
really
15th to
great.
20th. I love it. Anyways, that's round 1 to Wugga. Rest in pizza pies, Loony.
It was a good run, but it's just not going to play out this way. I'll let them know.
Okay.
No. Oh, Loony is very angry about this. Or at least mildly angry. I don't actually know.
Can you blame him? That was robbed.
No. That was rough. That was super mean.
That floor climb was robbed from him.
Yeah. That went bad.
Should we tell Wugga it's over?
We have told Wugga it's over.
Okay.
Take him a minute to catch up to our knowledge. Which...
No, looks like... Okay, he's restarting.
The tower is mean sometimes.
Yeah, he barely escaped that volcano with his life, only to get it quickly taken. One strike from that crossbow, and the run can be ended.
Yep.
Don't underestimate trolls.
Fun fact! And by fun fact, I mean I'm still bitter about this.
Oh?
Crossbow trolls are not affected by fusion.
Really?
Well, can be slightly, maybe, if there is another enemy to hit, but they will still target.
Yes, and they will target you and
Used.
attack through other monsters to try to get to you. I've gotten killed by it once.
Yep. This game is full of odd little odds and ends that come back to hurt you.
It's a mix of
you.
interesting programming, dangerous design, and monsters that are way too strong for what they should be.
Well, it's not so much should be, because the fact of the matter is that in this round, in this tournament, we're doing things that the game never intended.
Very true. You're expected to spend 30, 40 hours trying to climb up to where these people are getting in less than one.
Yep. You're generally going to die in a casual run, or at least decide that you want to peace out if you can. And at floor 6 or so, right when it starts getting really hard for your starter monster. So, and more or less, a casual game is
build up your monsters and sands as much as you can to accumulate that strength you need to get through the tower without worrying about getting one shot by trolls across the map.
Right. The basic idea is you go up to the tower, you hit about where some difficulty spike occurs, usually with a floor aesthetic change, a floor theme change.
Well, it looks like both runners are ready.
Then you go back, you keep getting up to that floor layout change, or maybe you don't sometimes. So you slowly build up your monsters levels, maybe your equipment's levels if you're lucky, until you can eventually reach the next danger shift.
But reminder though, if you do die, you lose every item in your bags except your monsters. So that means any equipment that you might have spent several dozens of hours trying to increase strength.
That is true. When playing casually, you really kind of have to know when to peace out.
It's all about being brave, but not dumb.
In this game, however, there is no peace out. Both the runners get one shot at the tower, and if they leave, they lose. And that is going to be...
Oh, and they're off!
Up.
Into the tower we go.
Yep. One thing worth noting is that we did skip the intro cutscenes using the wonderful power of the de-randomizing randomizer.
Which is also thanks to programmer of the Azure Dreams Discord who has put a lot of time and effort into making a randomizer such as this.
Right. Absolutely fantastic. Can be used for more than just making this early section quick and easy for racing, but can also create pure chaos, make the tower longer, give you access to a secret second tower that we discovered a couple of weeks ago.
Wait, explain! Explain!
Okay, so it turns out that dummied out of the game is a second tower with different rules. It's infinite floors long, but tends to break at when you reach 99.
Are you telling me that there's an unfinished basement tower in the PS1 version of this game?
That is what I am telling you, yes. It hides the identities of items.
Oh my god.
Use them. It has random monsters in places and different floor layout and different floor aesthetics in different places.
So that's where they found those.
Yeah. The random monsters are narrated with the levels appropriate for that floor. So it's not immediately terrifying, but it's a little terrifying.
I wonder.
Loud, not running into that second level. Well, on floor 2, that's pretty unfortunate.
And I believe they added those new layouts from the hidden basement, we'll call it, into the randomizer.
Yep. The second
Wugga was poisoned.
Oh, that's rough. Hopefully, nothing too bad will happen before he's able to regen that HP.
See, thankfully, poison will not kill you. It'll keep you at 1 HP. The problem is whatever walks by and sneezes on you.
Right. Right. But yes, the second tower is hidden behind... Actually, no. Sand Knight did not pick the team. Seeds. My lovely co-commentator did.
Yep, so if you see anything terrible, I'd like to say you can blame me, but I don't feel like getting my inboxes full. So just enjoy the suffering with us. Or triumphs. We like both.
All right. Oh, a lot of balls was on this.
But are they good balls or balls that are
Lame
completely
balls.
pointless?
We shall see.
Because there are a lot of items that are completely useless in this situation because of the speedrun.
Sand Knight is with any cursed seed in spirit.
If there's a cursed seed, Sand Knight is somewhere in his chair chuckling to himself evilly as he watches people die.
Yep. Having a bit of trouble with that. This general is not being.
Ooh, fireball.
Extra fireball. That's very good.
Ooh.
And a fireball. That's.
It's a thing. You could throw it at something if it looks at you funny.
It's better than nothing.
If you've got like 4 spaces between you and the enemy, then I guess it'll be useful.
Basically, what we're saying is that it's really not worth the time. But that fireball will be worth the time.
That fireball is essentially a one-shot on a lot of monsters that can get you out of jail for free until at least the later floors.
Yep.
It looks like he's found the elevator, too. Another fireball!
And another fireball!
What's that? Is that what I think Oh, it's a wooden one, but that's still probably better than a sword.
It's probably still better than a sword. I would not commit to it until I felt like, well, I'm not going to find anything else while I'm still exploring.
That's true, you never know if it's cursed or not. To those in the chat just now who haven't played this game before, if you equip a wand, your mixture magic with your familiar is boosted in comparison to the sword. So in most scenarios, using a wand with Kyun is one of the stronger combinations in the game.
That is true. In casual running, you can find different ways to your attack, use different strategies, but here with your options so limited and so penned in by luck, what you're going to see is a mix of, oh, another fire crystal. Maybe it'll help Wugga out again.
Deem, if there's one thing this game taught me in speedruns, is that anything can be a weapon if you throw it at them hard enough.
That is a point. You can
Another poison trap!
Ow!
Oh, Wugga can't catch a break.
Attacking every tile.
Just attack every tile before stepping on it.
It's a theoretically viable option, but probably won't win you this.
Hey, slow and steady.
Race. Slow and steady can do it.
I mean, if you're going for first to 40.
Yeah, if you're going at first to 40, then maybe. But for this, where time is a factor, you'll probably have things you want to outrun on occasion. And on occasion, I sort of mean a lot of the time, really. Because very often, the game is not how do you win fights, but how do you stop fights from happening to your face?
Essentially, you have to be preventative, but also assertive when you need that XP.
Eventually, though, XP will stop saving you. The first couple of levels are important, but each later level decreases the amount of XP.
And honestly, Deem, there are some monsters where I don't think level matters. Unless it's by a vast amount, because you get monsters like killers that have that increased crit rate, which will do double normal damage to you, and you'll probably die in one hit from max health.
Wugga made an interesting decision. He's fighting at a bit of a disadvantage due to the height, but he used a light seed to turn that Menowave into a fire.
Oh, so he did! That is an interesting strategy. That gets rid of the Menueva's one strength.
Mm-hmm. Well, there was a holy scroll on Loony.
And a light seed. Oh, he's gonna opt not to take it.
I think Wugga must have got it because of...
We can assume so, because that's something you normally would not pass up, regardless of what kind of run you're doing.
Very true. Holy scrolls can do a lot to help you.
Holy scrolls can either protect you for a good dozen or 2 turns, which means you can get free XP for a small period of time, or you could throw it at a monster and make it yours for that floor. And depending on the monster you use it on, that could be an extreme boon.
Yep. It doesn't look like floor 6 has been especially profitable for Wugga, and Wugga is still going.
Oh, an ice shield. That could be useful. Oh, it looks like he opted to equip it.
Neat.
It'll make
on the
it take
fire
reduced
floors.
Yes.
And also just extra defense in general, because it's more than a wood shield.
And thankfully, until the later floors, there's not many physically built wind monsters. They're mostly utility or just general bulk. But they will take more damage from wind monsters if they do get hit.
And that will be unfortunate. Finding a truth glass, that can be pretty handy.
Oh, fireball too.
Charge. Not a lot, but it's good to know.
Oh, what's this? Another holy scroll.
It
looks like Loony picked up an acid rain while we were fixated on Wugga.
That will be great.
Oh, what's this? Spawned next to a U-boat and a flower, but they were both asleep.
Going to get to walk away from that fight before it goes bad. And these things can go bad. Huh.
Ooh, looks like Kermit's getting his career ended early on Loony's side.
Oh, it's not easy being green.
It's not easy being green.
That's pretty good. All right. So, Wugga managed to get a fairly early out floor 8, heading up to floor 9, going to not walk away from this bloom like he did the last one.
Ooh, it looks like he's between a rock and a hard place, though. Menueva's down.
Yeah, Loony in a bit of a spot, but I think pretty overcomeable.
Poor Loony can't catch a break. He's just got to play with AI 1 Kyun. Oh, he went for the kill. He got it. Looks like Wugga's opted to let Kyun do the dirty work for that clown, seeing as he was at half health.
Yeah, clowns are easy to take out, but they hit you pretty hard.
And they can also fizzle you by reducing your level by 1 XP remaining to your previous, which means if you get hit multiple times, you're going to lose a lot of time's worth of investment.
That is true. Wugga deciding to use that salamander to hopefully declaw...
Another holy scroll on Loony's side.
Wow, Loony's...
Oh no, that's the same one we saw earlier from Wugga's. It's just the camera.
Yeah. The camera makes things look a little bit different. Spinning the camera can... Loony is choosing to fight where Wugga chose to flee.
Well, it looks like as long as he goes for the U-boat first, it shouldn't be too much of a threat. That's pretty much free XP.
Yeah.
And he's going to take the elevation onto the bloom.
Managed to take it out. Wugga did pick up a fire sword. That's better than what he had.
It will do a little bit of extra damage mixed with Kyun's mixture magic due to matching element.
Right.
Very slight, but it will still probably matter to enemies that you'll be 1 HP off of normally.
Right. Loony's still rolling with that wand. And we'll see which one of those weapons ends up paying dividend. Loony exploring this floor pretty fast, but very thoroughly, more thoroughly than I would. And part of that is bad luck, not finding the elevator. But he's doing pretty well. Oh, and that is an egg. I don't think we saw that up.
I wonder what it could be. Fun fact, did you know that in the Game Boy version of Azure Dreams, a wind crystal can also be used as an oleum?
Oh, that's neat. I remember that they don't have oleum.
Maybe that's why.
In the Game Boy version. So I think it's just the two items fused into one item. Here, though, a wind crystal is not your friend, but an oleum is. And Loony, I noticed, did not really look at that collection of shields. Shield's terribly long, still going to go with that wood shield.
Looks like Wugga's heading up to floor, I believe, 11.
Yep.
Ooh, spawning next to a bow troll and a griffin. It's a good thing that griffin's asleep.
Yeah, let's hope for Wugga's sake that he stays asleep until he's dealt with the problem.
At least with the ice shield, it should prevent him from getting one shot by its magic in a case of emergencies.
Yep.
Looks like he's opting to take it out quickly with a fireball.
Right. Ooh.
Ugh.
Hits you for a lot.
Well, Rise is one of the stronger fire spells.
Very true. That fireball is dead for Wugga, so best move on.
Best drop it and move on so you don't accidentally try to use it and fizzle yourself out of a move. Ooh, what's that weapon? No!
Good. Oh, confused.
Oh, no. Okay. Wow, that was extremely clever. I've never thought of that. He picked up Kuhn so he couldn't act indiscriminately.
Right, because Kuhn will just decide he wants you dead sometimes.
If something brushes against Kuhn, it doesn't matter who or what, he will try to attack it.
Right, well,
if you're unlucky. If you're unlucky.
Oh, confusion does that to something.
Ooh, a truth glass.
Oh, that'll be handy. I am running, it seems, into a small amount of technical difficulties. There we go. Okay, we're back.
That Griffin's awake and it sees Loony.
Ooh.
I hear
Poor
myself
Kuhn.
twice.
That is a hard hit for the little fella to take.
Oh no, it's going right for him.
This could be
Oh no. I almost want to say
farewell.
I almost want to say bag. Oh no, he's gone.
Oh no. Loony
Oh, he's dead.
He got the pickup on that Griffin, throws him out, getting more pickups. That is a risky move, but if it works, it will really get you out of a tough spot.
Hello, 911. I want to report a murder.
He keeps picking them up and tossing them around like ragdolls. Pickups have a somewhat higher than 50.
Ooh, the volcano, on the other hand, kept knocking at the door like an angry Avon lady.
Yeah, not accepting that. Not going
Oh! Oh no!
This is terrible.
Oh, he got the pickup the last second. How long will it last? Let's see if it plays out.
This could still get bad.
Oh, the elevator's right there. The elevator's right there.
Yes.
Oh, and it landed on a trap too. Insulted.
That's the same track that Wugga got hit. Wugga's Kuhn got hit by.
Oh, insult to injury.
Loony can use this to figure out what is in that egg. Will it help him? Oh, it's a dreamin'. No, it will not.
I mean,
Demons are not very good monsters for you to have.
But they do make good bombs.
They do make good bombs. And you can throw an egg. It will hatch the monster at Ko's level plus, I believe it is 50, and end it. And destroy it.
Oh no, speaking of ending, we might see one soon.
Oh boy.
What's he gonna do? Oh, he's gonna use the acid rain.
Very handy.
Very handy, but oh, what a way to use it.
Blue collar. Very sad to see that blue collar and nothing to do with it.
Now we have a Newell kicking out. Oh, it hit him.
Yeah.
Honestly, we've seen how far people can get without Kuhn, provided smart use of weapons.
True.
So it could still be anyone's game. They're only one floor apart.
Right.
That's a lot of Newell.
Bad. That's a lot of Newell.
Who called the parade? Oh no! No! It might be done! It's done! Oh!
Done! And that means that this round is over. We might see a friendly third, but Wugga has taken this round of the tournament.
Oh, what a brutal turn of events.
That's just a rough way to go. GG to both of them. We can see if they're up for a friend.
It'd be nice to see a friendly third. It hasn't been too long. But that is up to the runners. Yeah, those seeds were brutal.
Yeah, that was some rough luck. And sometimes it's going to happen that way. That final pincer on Loony's side was me. mean, we're trying to see if we can arrange a third round. See what happens. Looney's saying no, so let's try
that's
and
unfortunate.
get them in for an interview.
All right.
Yeah, and so this marks, sadly, the end of Looney's run in the tournament. Well, Looney, I think, is not too terribly broken out by it, but both did some good running today.
What? What a run.
What is that runs?
I've never seen so much action packed in the first 10.
I'm not really sure if I have anything particular.
I don't necessarily have any questions.
Yeah.
I just feel like the first one was just robbed from him. That was just a terrible turn of events on that first run.
Yeah. Well, I guess. Yeah, we'll see. Yep. Blah 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 blah.
Blah 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 blah.
Blah 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 blah.
Blah 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 blah.
It happens that way. Anyway, trying to see if I can get Wugga invited in.
I want Programmer to make Frog an actual usable monster.
That would be
unrelated.
hard.
Unrelated.
Very unrelated. Wugga's
But
trying to see how far he can go on this one.
oh, we'll see.
Okay. Hey.
You should just skin the noise as the frog, so it's just like those frogs from Ocarina of Time.
Oh, that would be funny.
Fight you with the power of music.
Right. Let's see. Anything else I can do about this? Done and done. There we are. All right, so now we should be able to get Wugga on in.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
Wugga. How goes it, champ?
Pretty good. I feel like those were pretty sword-heavy seats. Or
They were
did I
pretty
not just
sword.
find a wand?
Well, Lumi found a wand in that second seed, but you were both all swords all the time on the first one.
Ooh, an egg.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think we have to see what's in that egg.
Might as well.
I have to say, Looney, that first run I feel like was robbed from you. That was just a terrible turn of events at the end.
So what happened in the first round exactly?
Hello.
Hello, Looney.
Well, for once I didn't use all the items I had. I mean, I could have popped a fire crystal and that could have worked. On the other hand, just a ton of monsters spawned from every side and it just felt like they were completely going in on you.
Oh, and Yule. Yule's always
Ooh.
pretty.
Who wants to hear some trivia about Newell after the interview? I will.
All right, then.
Go
And
right ahead.
So, one thing I was wondering, Looney, you did a lot of picking up after you lost Kuhn in that second round. What
There
was
were a
your-
lot of like quick thinking there with picking up monsters and booking it.
Well, I kinda got mad at the tower and I just said, screw it, pick them up, throw them away, and that was everything.
Just pick up a volcano and yeet it out a window into a trap.
Yes,
sense.
although that one volcano was pretty trolly, I think the chances of picking them up is above 50, so I had like 4 or 5 coin flips and it resisted 4 times, and that was
Oh man.
Yep. Just rough business. Yes. Fantastic. Good running from both of you guys today. And thank you very much for the excellent racing.
Thank you. Thank you for commentating. It was
you.
You're
certainly
quite
a
welcome.
blast.
I must say though, gents, it was a lot of action packed into only just barely above 10 floors. There was a lot going
Yeah.
wrong.
A lot going wrong. Some crazy luck with spell balls. Like absolutely bonkers.
I think I found an Async Rainbow and I pumped it up with 2 white sands.
Yeah, you did.
Yep.
Ended up using it just the once because I'm really stingy about using any resources before just waiting for the last possible moment, which is just stupid and you shouldn't do it, but seemed
Yes,
to work out well this time.
Know the
especially
feeling.
with these seeds. We didn't exhaust all of our resources. We could have used a lot more.
That is the challenge of knowing when using a resource is necessary and when you could solve the problem without using a resource. And sometimes, very often really, you don't know until it's too late. You can get out of it without using a resource, and then something else comes down the hallway.
A lot
And
of
then
parades.
Right. A lot of parades.
Sounds about right.
Well,
Also, it was kind of scary, the first seed having a huge floor on the second floor.
Oh,
Hey, I didn't
Hey!
intend for that to happen, but I'm glad it did. You can't complain though, you guys got shields for days.
Yeah.
I mean, I could probably
Wooden
go up
shields.
that second floor. Though maybe not about the seed as a whole.
Yeah, think about it, early big floors. You usually want to clear them because the enemies are still weak. You can level up and you can usually find a whole bunch of items. So that worked out really well.
Aren't you
this
glad
time
it was
around.
floor 2 and not floor like 12?
Yeah, if any
Yeah.
floor past like 5 would be just running away, booking into the elevator immediately.
Just an ocean of U-boats.
Yeah, all
Oh,
converging on your position.
that's terrible.
Good
All
times.
right.
Positioning.
So I think that about wraps us up. If you like
Yeah.
what you've liked what you've seen, join our Discord. We have a great community. In addition to tournaments like this, we also have resources for a number of runs. We also do randomizer runs on Sunday as a big group, and that's always very fun to watch.
And we also talk about other
Discord.
games on occasion. It's not strictly Azure Dreams. If you want to talk to people about your other gaming interests, we also have channels for those as well.
And if you're a Game Boy Azure Dreams, then we have a whole big section for that.
Yeah,
too.
we have a whole little community dedicated to running the Game Boy Color version. So if you're interested in trying that for the first time or picking up your runs again, there are people there for you.
All right. So, thank you both for running. Thank you for co-commentating. And I'd like to also
me.
thank Speed Gaming for helping set this all up and hosting us.
Yep, thank you very much.
Until next time, guys.
Until
Letters.
Yep, toodaloo.